Perfect. That is the current situation. That is the current situation. For those that have just joined us, yes, I've managed to connect to Facebook as well. The president of the National Platform is under siege. This is the latest from his official Twitter handle. He just said we are under siege. The military has jumped over the fence and has now taken control of our home. And later on he said none of these military intruders is talking to us. We are in a serious trouble. We are under siege. Of course, you have witnessed this during the campaign trail when Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert was being stopped. These guys put on, they don't show their faces, the black mambas and all that kind of thing. All they do is to be well, armed with all tools of violence and explosives. They just stand and stare at you. And then when that perfect time reaches, when they want to do their dirty games, that's when they are going to show their true colors. So as we speak now, the president is under siege. This is the latest tweet. For those who can access the president's Twitter handle, this is the latest tweet from the president, that we are under siege, and then the military has jumped over the fence and has now taken control of our home. None of these military intruders is talking to us. We are in serious trouble. We are under siege. Remember, Kyagulanyi early in the morning addressed the nation. And then later on, he came out, of course, to promise us that he's going to come back and address us again on the way forward. But this is what is currently happening. Actually, before the first interview, this is what happened. Let me show you this as well. I don't know whether I'm gonna get it so fast, but yes. Where is it? Come on. Yeah, these people were outside the house because come on. Let me share for you this as well. Where is it? Okay, perfect. Here it is. So this is where I was there outside because NTV posted and said, Justin National Unity Platform presidential candidate Robert Kyagulanyi, aka Bobiwine's home, has been surrounded by the military ahead of his press briefing that is due in a few minutes from now. Now, this was 6 hours ago, and you saw he had a successful press briefing when he, of course, highlighted what is going on, what happened yesterday in the night, during the day, and the current situation as it is, and what is going to happen later on. And of course, he said he's going to get back to tell us on the way forward. But here we are. He just tweeted and said, we are under siege. The military has jumped over the fence and has now taken control over our home. None of these military intruders is talking to us. We are in serious trouble. We are under siege. Remember, internet is still down. No one has access to the World Wide Web. No one has access to the global village. No one has access to Twitter, to Instagram, to Facebook, and all those other social media platforms. So, in brief, whatever you see here, no one in Uganda, no one, unless those that can penetrate through. But not everyone can do so. The reason as to why they turned off the internet, of course, was to rig the votes. But hey, that is not going to happen in this generation. We are not that kind of a type. We are 80% below the age of 40. And we made a statement yesterday. Not only in one region, but in all regions. Ugandans witnessed the games Museveni played. With the help of the army, the police, the military, the LDU, and all those other security units of his, the SFC, them, the DISO, the MISO, and even the RDCs, they did their dirty games, arresting our agents, shooting them dead, like an incident that happened in Tororo and very many incidents that you did not get to know about until when network or internet restores, and you are going to be shocked, because a lot, I've been receiving calls and people saying, hey JB, do you have any way I can get to you this? I have this here with me. And I'm like, you know what? First stay with it until when internet restores, and we are going to expose them. We are going to we're going to show the world what really happened. So this is what now they have resorted to, surrounding and taking control over Kyagulanyi's home. They are now inside. They are now inside because he just tweeted, none of these military intruders is talking to us. We are in serious trouble. You know, Kyagulanyi, I'm very sure you've never seen him say this kind of a thing. However much there are always a diversion is here and there, you know, provocations and intimidation is, he's not that type of a person who will come out to tweet something like this, and once you see it from his official Twitter account, just know that there is something wrong. There is something wrong, because these guys just jumped over the fence. Just jumped over the fence. They are inside, you know, his house. A while ago, just a while ago, he just addressed, this is the conference. Yeah, he just talked to the press. He talked to the press. And as we speak now, his house is under siege. So we don't know actually, as we speak now, because this is like now half an hour ago, we don't know what is happening right now. That's when we need to act as soon as we can and do the necessary, as in trying to figure out what is currently happening at our president, Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert. That is the update from Magere. That is the update from Magere. All I can say, our president is not safe. Actually, I'm one of the, I don't know, very many of you who refused to agree to those news that we are saturating yesterday on social media that he was under attack, because I knew that was not right. But this time around, this is real, because at least you can see a tweet from the president. None of these guys is talking to them, just like it has always been the norm. You remember when Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert was stopped from proceeding to, when he was coming from Kole, when he was in northern Uganda and Lila, when he was blocked to for over 8 hours, and then later on at around midnight, his car was towed to which other district was it? Chitugum? Yeah, it was Chitugum. And the distance or the journey took over 2 hours. I remember that night. Those guys stopped him, and they were not communicating to him. They were not saying a word. And then later on in the night, they started beating up everyone, beating up journalists. Remember that incident when one of a journalist for Busoga 1 FM was badly injured that night when they arrested most of our comrades. Some were badly beaten, you know. It is likely to be the same kind of a situation, or even worse. Who knows? Because the internet is down. No one has access to the World Wide Web. No one has access to the internet. It's only those few, 1 or 2, 3 that can penetrate through. Those that can go to the sides of Mutukula, because in Mutukula you are near Tanzania and you can use the network from Tanzania and you can access. Those that are on Busia, in Busia, they can go to the side of Kenya and they can do that. Those that are this side of DRC, those that are side of Sudan, so people surrounding or on the borders of Uganda, those are the only ones that can access the internet, because they can use the network of the other countries. But in Uganda, it is hard. That's why I'm saying we don't know what is currently happening. Let me see whether the president has made another update. All I can say, let us keep focused. Let us be vigilant. This is the time, just like the president said in the morning, this is just the beginning. Remember, people made a very big statement yesterday. People came out to vote. For those of you who were here live listening to the calls I was making to different comrades in different regions in Bukoma, Simbi, Muwonge, Masaka, Chibuku, Parisa, Gulu, Arua, Mbale, those who were listening to those calls, you heard what people were saying. People came out in big numbers and they made a statement. Actually, the people who were most of the times voting, each one of them was like, but where were these guys voting from the previous elections? This time around, it was a different case. That's why they had to switch off the internet. They had to arrest our agents. They had to bring in protective barracks in favor of Museveni. They had to arrest and, confiscate the DR forms. But hey, those people who made a big statement yesterday, they are not Japanese, they are not Chinese, they are not Sudanese, they are Ugandans. We are Ugandans, and yes, you mess up with the vote, then those Ugandans are going to ask you questions whose answers you might answer. So these guys are playing with the will of Ugandans. Now they are taking over Kyagulanyi's house. As we speak now, he just said we are under siege. The military has jumped over the fence and has now taken control over our home. None of these military intruders is talking to us. We are in serious trouble. That is the president of the National Unity Platform, the strategist of the People Power Movement, Kyagulanyi Sentamu Robert, aka Bobiwine. He's saying we are under siege. So, to whoever is listening to this, kindly find a way of figuring out what is going on or what you need to know. Kyagulanyi is under attack. And then the other thing, just like I said, we have to multitask. We have to keep following the votes. The count is still on, and as well as keep our eyes on the president as well. A lot is going on. A lot. Remember, most of our comrades are still in detention. Those that were arrested yesterday, agents, some we don't know where they are. Those that were belonging to NUP, the army could come and be like, where is the NUP agent here? That I'm the one. Boom, they whisk you away. They take you away. So up to now, some comrades are still in detention. Some we don't know how they are doing. Leaving alone the other 49 who were framed that they were found with a gun. The likes of Eddie Mutwe, Nubian Lee, Bobiwine, Chuma Chaesu, Mbogo, Map Media. Actually, just a few days ago, we received updates that Map Media was in a very critical condition. Remember, he was badly beaten last time. By the time he showed up in High Court Massacre, he couldn't even move properly. Just a few days ago, we heard he was on oxygen. That is the situation. This is Uganda's election. And then the dictator wants to rig elections. We are saying no. We are saying no. And this time around, we mean it. No. A big no in capital letters. This is not a generation you are going to, to rig its votes. The will of Ugandans has to be respected. The will of Ugandans has to be respected. Whether you like it or not, the will of Ugandans has to be respected. Whether you like it or not. That's the fact. Because it is Ugandans that made this big statement. Taking over Kyagulanyi's house, arresting Kyagulanyi, taking him under siege, doing all that kind of intimidation and frustrations and all that kind of stuff is not going to save Museveni. So that's the situation. Let me see any other update if I can get one. That is the situation. That is the situation. Yeah, so far those are the last two. I can share you his, let me share you the entire. Let me share you this, guys. Actually, let me share you this. Let me share you this as well. Come on, okay. Yeah, this is his Twitter handle, the president of the National Unity Platform, Bobiwine. There he is. This is the official one with the blue tick, with 1 million followers. None of this. This is now 43 minutes ago. That is the situation. 17 hours ago, he made a statement and said, "Hello, Uganda. Despite the widespread fraud and violence experienced across the country area today, the picture still looks good. Thank you, Uganda, for turning up and voting in record numbers. The challenge now is for Mr. Byabakama and the Electoral Commission to declare the will of the people." And yes, actually, the challenge is now for Mr. Byabakama. You've seen him stammer with some results. He even doesn't know what is feeding Ugandans. He has to first consult. Is this correct? Is this correct? Is this correct? You know, you hear them exchanging glances when they are giving out these fake results. The time is now. Remember, just like the president said in the morning, this is just the beginning. The will of the people has to be respected. So, 43 minutes ago, we are under siege. The military has just jumped over the fence and now has taken control over our home. None of these military intruders is talking to us. We are in serious trouble. So that is the situation. Yeah, this is what people are saying. I'm just speechless. Why the dictator are so scared of us? They do not want you to address the media about any further proceedings and the rigging ongoing. Yeah, Nigerians are with you in prayers and we support you wholeheartedly to oust the dictator. So that's what people are saying. Basically, that is it. Don't focus on people who come out to say negative things about what's going on. Those are Museveni apologists because they feel nice when people are oppressed. For them, for them it is okay, you know, to see people being oppressed, being murdered, being killed, being kidnapped, and all that kind of thing. Don't bother with those NRM apologists and propagandists. They will not tell you what you want to hear, or they will not say the truth. Don't even waste your time explaining to them, because their minds, you know, they were deprived of their understanding. They don't own their mindset. They don't own their consciousness. They do not own nothing. Museveni has it in his pocket. They act like robots. Those are Museveni apologists. Never waste your time with them. They are okay with the current status quo of kidnapping, killing, murdering, you know, and all sorts of the chaos you witness on a daily basis. So that is the president. He's under siege. And yeah, we shall of course get to know very quickly. This is when they were arresting our diaspora coordinator, that is Herman Ainebiona. We also do not know where he is. A lot is happening, a lot is still yet to happen, but all I can say, let us stay, you know, focused. The time is now. That's the update I had for you guys. Let me hope. Question is, why would they do this? First of all, this, of course, has been ongoing from day one. Remember the Tojikwata Kosaga? Do you remember when Chagulanyi Sentamu Robert wanted to consult and he was, blocked to consult because the Constitution of Uganda gives you the money to consult from Ugandans whether you're fit to lead them, as in get their opinion, what they would want you to do for them once, and all that kind of thing. That did not happen. You've witnessed the chaos and the brutality during the campaign trail. I don't know even how Byabakama is going to come out and justify this ongoing kind of situation from the time the campaign started up to now. We are removing a dictator is the hashtag for each and every one watching this. Is the hashtag. I know 99.9% of you are outside Uganda watching this. And yes, this is specifically meant to inform you what's going on, because Uganda is deciding and the will of people bali mugizanyiramu. Yeah, all you need to know, Bobiwine was actually setting up to again address us. You had him in the morning when he said, in a few hours, I'm still going to come and address you on what is going on and the way forward. All I can say to you, the fight is on. The fight is on. Despot Museveni must go by all means. We are tired of him. Of course, they switched off social media, they switched off the internet, and he knows that we don't like him, we don't love him. No one, actually, no one would vote for him. He doesn't even have, he can't even get, maybe if he gets 20%, I don't know. Museveni? First of all, he rigged the elections of 2011. He rigged the elections of 2016. He rigged the election. Now he wants even to rig these ones? No way. No way. This is a different generation. No way. We are removing a dictator is the hashtag. This time round, the will of the people has to be respected. Ugandan has made a big statement. Why would you switch off internet, social media? Why? Why would you arrest the agents of your opponent? Why would you shoot them with the live bullets? Why would you deny Chagulanyi to campaign in areas where you've actually campaigned, as in, why don't you, if you claim you have support, why don't you do each and everything the way it is supposed to be done, following the law? Just know Despot Museveni is now panicking. That's why, like I told you last time, he knows that we hate him. His ideologies no longer resonate with our minds, as in, he's no longer credible. And he knows. That's why he has to use the army, the military, the police. He knows the power of the people is much stronger than the power of the people in power. So, those are the tactics he's left with. But I just know this is just the beginning, because we haven't heard from their fake results. I call them fake results because you can't compute results. You, the electoral commission of a country, and then you compute results, and then the total percentage is 130. And how are you going to convince me to believe in that kind of forgery? You know, a commission that has not only one person, two, but a team of educated men and women, and then you come up with the results, you know, totaling up to 131%. And then you are going to fool us? Man, we are the .com youth. We can easily read beyond actions and words. We critically analyze, and yes, we are watching. And not only us, but the world is watching. Yes, the world is watching. However much the internet was switched off, we find ways of communicating to the rest of the world. So basically, that's the update I wanted to give you. If there is any other developing story, I'll come back and give it to you as well. I'll come back and give it to you as well. Yeah, for now, let me first get off. For now, let me first get off.